Hello and thank you for joining us for the Ruben Loftus-Cheek press conference.
Iniziamo come sempre con le domande di Mauro su Permina TV.
Grazie Nicola. Welcome Ruben. Volevo chiederti
I would like to ask about the enthusiasm you felt yesterday on your first day with Milan. Did the atmosphere remind you of what you noticed when Chelsea played Milan in the Champions League? That kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, in that game we was pretty shocked as players to hear the noise. One part in particular was when Georgie was taking the penalty, and the sound in the stadium was incredible, the whistles and and whatnot. But the support here from the fans yesterday was. I've never seen anything like it. The passion to greet us players was incredible.
Ruben, il primo giorno del raduno hai avuto modo di ritrovare.
You have been able to be reunited with Fikayo Tomori. Has he told you anything about Milan, the club, and Milanello, the training centre? Have you tried to speak to him to find out more about the club and your new team?
Yeah, I mean, when things started to, progress, I was talking with Fikayo a lot, asking him about the city, how Milan work, and he was really helpful. And he said you will love it here. It's an amazing city. It's an amazing club, huge club. Fans are incredibly passionate and they'll support you and be behind you all the way. And before I was speaking to Fikayo, I already knew that this club is huge, has a huge history, and I want to be a part of that. But Fikayo has been fantastic for me, even now, because I can't speak Italian yet. He's been translating. When I speak to the coach, he's helping. But hopefully in a few months that I'll be able to do these press conferences in Italian.
Peppe Di Stefano, Sky.
Ciao e benvenuto intanto.
Welcome. Two things. First, is there a player from Milan's past in midfield, maybe Pirlo or Seedorf, Ambrosini, that reminds you of your style? And do you have a particular memory of Milan in the past, of these historical midfielders for Milan?
Yeah, I said before in an interview that I loved watching Kaka play. The way he runs with the ball, and the year where he won the Ballon d'Or was incredible. And in no way am I comparing myself to Kaka, but I love the way he carried the ball and ran past defenders. So yeah, Kaka was kind of my favourite to watch. Pirlo, incredible footballer, but a bit different from me, my style, the way I play. But yeah, some amazing players that have played at AC Milan. It's an honour for me to put the shirt on.
You chose an important number 8, recently worn by Sandro Tonali and Gennaro Gattuso. What does that mean to you, that number 8? It's a number with responsibility. And how far do you think Milan can go this year? They arrived in the Champions League semi-final last year. What do you think they can do this season?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I understand the weight of the shirt. Not only AC Milan, but the number that I'm going to wear for AC Milan. But I think it shows the ambition I have. That I want to do well for this club and help this club as much as possible. Whenever I'm on the pitch, I'll give everything, like I always do, and I understand that. But for AC Milan this season, I think collectively we want to keep improving. I know AC Milan got to the semi-finals of the Champions League which is an incredible achievement. But for me, any competition we enter, we should want to win, and that's the target.
Andiamo dalla Gazzetta dello Sport.
Ciao Ruben, tu hai avuto la tua migliore stagione con allenatore italiano, sai?
You had your best season under an Italian manager, Maurizio Sarri.
L'obiettivo è tornare.
Is your objective to return to that season's form as an attacking midfielder when Chelsea won the Europa League? You had your best season under Sarri in Italian, so maybe there's a lucky charm. What are your views on that?
Yeah, I think that season was my best season in terms of numbers for sure. I played in my favoured position. I think that was a big contributor to me scoring goals, playing in that position from when I was young, which I've moved about a lot. You know, I've played a lot of positions over my career, but number 8 is where I feel most comfortable, where I can contribute going forward and defending. So that was, a big thing for me coming here to play, in that position. But the last, 3 years, I struggled with the injury, and coming back from that, I didn't really play in midfield. I played more defensively, which I can do, but it's not, my favourite, position. But in terms of you saying get back to the same player I was, I think I'm there already. Just I haven't been playing in the right positions to get those numbers. But hopefully this season I can start producing, the numbers I produced back then.
Michael Cuomo, Tele Lombardia.
Ciao Ruben, benvenuto e in bocca al lupo. Due domandine.
2 questions. The first one,
Era vero che già prima
is it true
quest'estate
that Milan had already searched for you? Paolo Maldini and Ricky Massala had already made inquiries about you before this summer. And have you spoken to Christian Pulisic, who will be here tomorrow?
Yeah. When we played AC Milan when I was at Chelsea last season in the Champions League, when Chelsea played at home, after that game, my agent said to me, AC Milan was impressed after that performance, and from then I didn't really, because I was focused on the season with Chelsea. I didn't know what could happen in the summer, but after hearing that, it was definitely an option that I kept open for the summer. And as the season started coming to an end, I thought the option to go to AC Milan grew stronger, and I was pulled in. I had talks with Maldini that eventually led me to make the choice to come here. And Pulli, I think he arrives tomorrow, but I've been speaking to him and telling him to do his best to come here because he's a top player, and what a great addition to the squad.
Sport Italia.
Ciao Ruben, benvenuto in Italia. Arrivi in un centrocampo da reinventare.
You're joining a team that needs to reshape the midfield somewhat due to a few departures. Do you want to be in charge and take the keys to midfield? Do you want to be the leader of this midfield? Do you feel responsible for the new midfield, the new look midfield?
Yeah, of course I understand, like I said before, the weight of the shirt and my responsibility coming to this club. As always, I will do my best whenever I step foot on the pitch. But as you said, I feel ready now. I'm 27 years old now. I've had a lot of experience in football, and I can use that experience. I've had injuries, I've had low moments, but right now I feel ready and I feel good physically to produce performances for the team, and I'm ready to be a leader.
Daniele Longo, calciomercato.com.
Ciao Ruben, innanzitutto benvenuto al Milan e a Milano. Ti volevo chiedere, sei arrivato in un
nel pieno della tua maturità calcistica, almeno
You're at your peak at the age of 27. It's a moment when players are often at the peak of their career. Has this been a difficult? Was it a difficult choice for you to leave Chelsea after many years and come to Milan to say goodbye to your fans at Chelsea and your teammates? What does it mean to you coming to Milan? How do you feel coming to Milan as a person and as a player?
Yeah, no, I'm really happy to come to this club, but most of all, I'm excited to be, you know, a player that can contribute to this team's success. Like you said, I've spent so many years at Chelsea, where I was happy playing for my boyhood club, but I didn't feel, you know, really content with how much I was contributing to the team. I feel like I have more to give, and like I said, me playing out of position a lot and kind of moving about, I never really got that consistency I was looking for to keep developing and get used to playing in one position and really, you know, excel. So, you know, I thought it was a good time to leave the club and, you know, make a fresh start and play in my preferred position and just enjoy football, but also produce when it matters.
Bressi.
Ciao Ruben, benvenuto. Volevo chiederti, visto che hai parlato della tua posizione in campo e visto che ieri Pioli ci ha detto che
Yesterday, Stefano Pioli said
se ti ha detto in che posizione ha intenzione
spoke about the new midfield. Has Mr. Pioli told you where he intends to play you in the central midfield or as a wide midfielder for next season?
Yeah, before I, you know, signed for AC Milan, it was important that I spoke to the manager, his thoughts, where he sees me playing, what kind of player he sees me as, and that was a big part of me joining AC Milan. Like I said before, being at Chelsea, playing loads of different positions, I give my best every time I'm on the pitch, but that feeling of happiness and feeling content and feeling like you're giving the best you could give, I didn't feel like that. So for me, you know, the most important thing is me and the manager on the same level. We understand each other, and like I said, you know, I had a Zoom call with him before I came, with a translator, of course, and we was on the same level. So for me, I'm really excited to come here and play football under the manager.
Ciao Ruben, buongiorno. Sappiamo che la Premier ad oggi è il campionato migliore al mondo.
We know that the Premier League is considered the best league in the world. But what's your first memory, talking about the past, connected to AC Milan? And how do you feel about being part of AC Milan now?
Yeah, I think it's the heritage of the club, how big the club is, the history of it. My earliest memories of it, like I said, players like Kaka, Pirlo, and the countless players that have played at this club and won the Ballon d'Or, and it's just such a huge club that to turn down this opportunity to go and live somewhere in a different country, experience life, learn a new language, really enticed me to come, and for me it was that feeling of a fresh start, been somewhere for a long time, and this is a good opportunity for me to showcase my talent and, you know, excel.
Mangiri, Milan Press.
Ciao Ruben, volevo chiederti, vedi nel Milan, nella titolarità probabile nel Milan, l'opportunità di riprenderti un posto in nazionale?
Do you hope that your form with Milan could perhaps give you a regular starting spot in the England team? Or perhaps you have noticed that Fikayo Tomori has played very well for Milan but has struggled to get into the England team. What are your thoughts on this? Do you hope that it could help your England situation?
No, I'm sure Fikayo keeps progressing and getting better, he will be back and be a regular in the England squad, because he's a top player and the talent he has. He's still young and can improve a lot. But for me, that's not the main focus, to be back in the England squad. Of course, it's a nice target to look for, but for me, the main focus is Milan and what we can achieve together here is Milan. And if I make the England squad off the back of that, then we'll be happy. But like I said, it's not at the forefront of my mind at the moment.
Simone Dell'Uomo.
Okay, hi Ruben. Naturally, welcome to AC Milan. Which are, in your perspectives, the main differences between Serie A and Premier League? And during your Chelsea years, of course, which was your favorite manager? Thank you.
Well, I think I can give a better answer to that in a few months. But the Premier League is very, very intense, very physical. And as a player, you know, I can hold my own in that. I'm a very physical player. So, you know, I look to bring my physicality to Serie A. But yeah, I'll be able to give a better answer in you know, the coming months of that one. And what was the other question, sir?
Favorite manager during your time at Chelsea?
Favorite manager? Well, I've had a lot of top managers at Chelsea, but for me, the one who gave me the platform to develop and get better, and you know, make me feel like a part of the squad, and it was Sarri. You know, I came off the back of a Palace loan, and I wasn't sure, to be honest, because I had a good season. I went to the World Cup, but coming back, I wasn't sure if I was in his plans. Do I need to go on loan again? Should I stay? And I came back early to have a chat with him, and he basically said, if you play well, you play, and that's it. And I think that respect I had for him and he had for the players was top, because I wasn't starting at the start, but I started to play well, and he ended up playing me. So I think that's the main thing, the respect between the player and the manager.
Martin Sartorio.
Ciao Ruben e benvenuto al Milan. Parlavi proprio di Sarri, vorrei chiederti.
Speaking about Maurizio Sarri,
Di recente magari per portarti a Roma, e visto che con lui hai vissuto la tua migliore stagione.
you had your best season with Maurizio Sarri, getting into double fingers with goals, if I'm not mistaken. How many goals do you feel you can score this season?
I'm not sure. I'm not making any targets at the minute, but me playing, you know, in a position that allows me to get in those goal scoring areas, you know, I'm hoping to score a lot of goals. You know, I don't want to make targets and put unnecessary pressure on myself to make those targets, but you know, I do look to contribute going forward, and like I said, get some decent numbers, and of course improve as a player as much as I can. But Sarri was a pivotal, you know, manager in my career that I developed a lot under. So yeah.
Vincenzo Matrone.
Buongiorno, benvenuto a Milano e benvenuto al Milan. Il Milan quest'anno ha fatto pochi gol su calci piazzati.
Milan didn't score many goals this season from set pieces. What do you like at set pieces and free kicks? And you're good at getting on the end of things with your head.
Are you talking free kicks and? Yeah.
Calcio d'angolo.
Well, yeah, I'm a tall player, physical. Generally, I've been very effective, you know, in defensively, winning balls in the air when we have corners against us, free kicks against us. But like I said, in this season, I'm, you know, really looking to be, you know, offensive and really contribute going forward. So we'll see what happens.
Chiudiamo con Peppe Di Stefano.
Solo una curiosità, in questi anni
In the last few years, Stefano Pioli has chosen a system 4-2-3-1. Yesterday, Mr. Pioli said something will change, and he put a midfield of three into training yesterday. Could that be the new formation for Milan this season, with three in midfield? And has Mr. Pioli spoken to you about this?
Yeah, well, I think I'm most comfortable in a free midfield. Since I remember in the academy in Chelsea, we played that every single game. We didn't change 4-3-3, whether it's a two deep or one deep. I'm very used to that. I'm very comfortable with that. So maybe that's why with Sarri, when we played free in midfield, I was very effective. So yeah, very excited to play, in a free midfield. But whatever the manager does, whether he changes it, whether he doesn't, I'm happy to play under him, and will do my best in the positions he plays me.
Grazie a tutti, grazie Ruben.
Thank you for watching Ruben Loftus-Cheek's press conference.